This is going to be one of the most value-packed Stickman stocks videos you have ever seen before. Watch till the end and your mind will be blown. Lucky for you, I'm doing literal charity work here, and I'm about to give you a glimpse into my algorithm's insights because I know a lot of people struggle in the markets and I don't want you to be one of them. Unlike any other trade guru you have ever seen before, the value of this video will be incredibly immense, and at the end of this video I will give you a free 100% algorithmically accurate trade as a final tribute to my stock to its days, which it seems a lot of you guys miss, and it also seems a lot of you guys need a hero. It is mid to early April and we are amidst a market correction that we alone on this channel as lone wolves in the markets predicted was coming, and went short the many growth stocks that market makers dumped from the top in a series of perfect calls you've never seen anyone who hasn't solved the markets make before. One by one, before and while the markets and growth stocks were shifting into a downtrend and falling off, crashing, among every other social media account we were the only ones bearish, predicting this crash with the perfect algorithm from the top, with the market makers who were also going short, while everyone else was in a frenzy buying the dip of growth stocks, of course, and not before one of the best bull markets in history, as they were much too late, of which even then before, at the bottom years ago, we were once again lone wolves in the markets at that time, the only ones buying stocks at the bottom of 2020, ironically, while everyone else thought the world was ending. Popularity is not synonymous with skill, and lucky for you, earlier I let you have my algorithm's view that today and earlier this month we are at a very critical pivot that we have identified against the sentiment of most traders as being just a short-term bounce and not an absolute low for most stock, which today, as we predicted clearly and perfectly a week or two ago, has been happening exactly in the way that we described and starting to crash. In this video, with my multi-millionaire recreated market maker algorithm that is built to peer into the future, which is secretly controlled by multi-trillionaire institutions with their AI trading algorithms, I will explain the current market environment, give you a glimpse into the massive opportunity that I am thinking about letting you guys have once again after I initially scrapped this idea, and finally the rare and possibly last 100% algorithmic trade that I will let you guys freely have as a great final tribute to my old stock to its days, and as just a starter to the massive gift and chance that I have decided to make for the small but awesome community of this awake and highly intelligent traders of this channel. We're really very early here, taking a step out of the matrix to see a glimpse of how the markets really work and the market makers really run this game from someone who has solved the mystery of price fluctuations backwards and forwards in the markets with the same tools that market makers use, leagues beyond any other trader you will ever find on social media. All this before a massive algorithm confirmed global event that I'm sure 99.9% of people are not expecting the same way nobody expected, COVID-19, and will wipe out quite a great many of small traders, and in the way that nobody else predicted that there would be a multi-year lockdown. The coming environment will change drastically, and a lot of smaller fish will be crushed by the biggest fish, being trillionaire market makers. Although I cannot stop it or save you, I can choose who I will take with me, and I'm sure, out of the amazing audience that I've built up on this channel, a select few of you have potential, despite probably being much smaller than me, and still in the matrix. Those who are worthy for a chance to come under my wing and see what I see before the future comes, are those that I will select, as we will be on the right side of making a fortune yet again, while everyone else with little or no concept of market makers, algorithms, global manipulation, or how the world really works gets wiped out in the same way that it always works and has been working for all of history, as the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. The coming environment will be very complex, so make sure you listen very carefully because I will keep it short, clear, and only say it once. It seems a lot of you follow this channel pretty hardcore and really want to know more about me, my trades, and how the markets really work, and that is really understandable because so far as I can see, I'm the last crack in the matrix. Recently, probably because you are smart enough to realize or have an inclination of how complex the markets are about to get, an unusually high number of you have been reaching out for help before it is too late. At this time, a lot of you need a hero, and because I'm so generous, I will give you a clear path because winter is coming, and I don't mean the season. A lot of people won't make it, and I don't want you to be one of them. This will be one of my most value-packed trade videos since my old stock to its days, with my final calls predicting a crash on the day of the top. Last year for growth stock, I'm very selective with who I am willing to work with, so if you want to escape the manipulation matrix of the stock market and come under my wing, you will have to earn your way in. Lucky for you, I will make it very easy with the final and grand 100% algorithmic trade in this video as a tribute to my old stock to its days, and all my perfect calls in the past, which is how I know a lot of you found me. At this time in the markets, I have identified my next trade in the 6k to 1 million trade challenge, and this time I am feeling generous enough to be a hero and let you guys into the trade with me like I used to do. It is one of my rare 100% calls, as many of you may remember in the past with C Limited, JD.com, and many others. At the same time, for the near future, I was also feeling generous enough one day to spend some time to build out the infrastructure for a private trade network room after getting so many requests, but initially scrapping the idea where I would let some traders with potential come come under my wing and have the opportunity to see my trade calls and even interact one-on-one with me. And I may even let, if I'm feeling generous enough, some of you out of the matrix in other ways, not trade related, such as getting your health to secret trillionaire status and other things in addition to meeting like-minded individuals. This private trade network group will be an unbelievably value lopsided off the same way an Amazon subscription is. And to make it even better, I will be giving you guys a free 100% accurate algorithmic final trade to start this new era of Stickman stocks as a tribute to my stock to its days. And to really kick this off, this will be possibly my last free 100% trade idea on this channel, so keep that in mind to grow your nest egg and to get to a level you are worth my time to join me before the cutoff and winter comes. It is 100% up to you and your decision, but with the profits you make off this final free 100% trade idea that I am about to let you guys have as my next trade, I would highly recommend you invest in yourself and future trades by joining me and watching out for my next video where I will announce it in better detail to take the ones of you that are awake and worthy under my wing, although we may not have much time because winter is coming and I don't mean the season. Now I will finally announce this grand trade and probably the last trade of my 6k to 1 million trading challenge before I upload it, and also as a great final tribute to my old stock Twitch days and all my past 100% algorithmic calls. This final free 100% trade will mark a start of a new era of Stickman stocks, and to be generous enough to be the hero that you all need, this will give many of you the chance to make some money, which when I launch the Stickman stocks private room, I'm sure many of you guys will have some padding to join me with the profits of this trade. The room that I am building is an immense Amazon value-like offer, which I will announce in greater detail later. You guys will see, and you guys are really so unbelievably lucky to have found this channel in the matrix. Now without further ado, I will finally give you my final 100% algorithm confirmed, the last trade of my 6k to 1 million trading challenge, clearly described on a level 99.9% of other traders cannot predict. You're welcome in advance, and of course use stops as I will explain, and this is just my perspective, and to follow me in this final trade is 100% up to you and your free will. If you want to join me, use the profits here to finance the investment into yourself via the future trade room. Now I will reveal the trade. Finally, the stock is Crowdstrike, or ticker symbol CRWD, and it is currently 241 USD. As my algorithm has identified, this stock is in a box where it may head up just a little more or start heading down straight from this point. It will turn down and crash over the next few weeks to months, while everyone else is buying the dip or chasing it up here. And this will be my third and final trade in my 6k to 1 million challenge, shown in a way never seen before on YouTube, which will be uploaded soon, so watch out for that as well. The 241 price to just a bit higher is close to the upper boundary, and this is in the final stages of its upward move. This information is something I should charge millions for, but to start a new era of Stickman stocks, it is worthy too. Make sure you use stops as usual, position size properly, and to play to the downside you may either use put options with time on them or simply short the stock. For this stock specifically, it will drop from these prices or around these prices, and lucky for you, I have made it clear and concise in a way that no other YouTuber in the world can do. With that, glad I had some time to make this video, and if the private network trade room video is out already, it will be in the box. If you want to have access to me, my insights, guidance, and trade ideas, because I am feeling like a hero, I will give you all a chance to come under my wing, but you will have to earn your way in and play by the rules. Luckily, I can make the future very easy for those of you with potential.